villager's house! What's this? Poo-poo chest? Oh my god!
These are the funniest fake Minecraft speedruns from 2023. This speedrun starts a million blocks in the sky on a singular chest. So the speedrunner opens the chest to find a red sandstone slab, a fishing rod, an acacia sapling, and a pufferfish. How can they possibly get out of this situation with those items alone? Well, they take all the items, then place the red sandstone slab one block over. Once he does that, he fishing rods the sky, throws the pufferfish, then throws the acacia sapling, and jumps off. As the speedrunner is falling, they spam their fishing rod and somehow actually survive. I'm so confused how that worked. Well, they look around and spot a village. They make their way to the village and enter a house. And the house has a chest with a lot of toilet paper. The speedrunner steals all the villagers' toilet paper and then enters another house. But this house has tons and tons of meat. I'm not even gonna ask what that villager was gonna do with that meat. And of course, the speedrunner takes all the meat. They then begin to ring the bell and enter another house. But this house has an ender chest? I don't think ender chests spawn in villages. The speedrunner opens the chest and finds a stack of Mendelvium? What the heck is that? Well, they take the stack of Mendelvium, they then just start twerking on the iron golem, okay, and then randomly begin to start building straight up. They use the entire stack of blocks just to find a little island with an end portal, but it's not lit, and the speedrunner has no eyes of ender. So what does the speedrunner do next? A, go to the nether and trade with piglins. B, go to the nether and kill some blazes. C, go mining. Or D, going creative and give themselves eyes of ender. Well, if you guessed A, you are incorrect. It's actually D, because why wouldn't it be? The speedrunner changes their game mode to creative, gives himself a stack of ender eyes, places in the ender eyes, and enters the end. Once in the end, they just fly around and don't see an ender dragon. So they begin to type inside chat, I guess the ender dragon didn't feel like spawning. Ah, okay, yep, that makes sense. So the speedrunner just enters the portal and I guess they win. If you could subscribe, that would honestly make my day. This speedrunner starts looking straight down with 1 XP and in their second hotbar slot. All things that indicate the speedrun being fake. Once they look up, we can see that they're literally in a super flat world. How can you possibly speedrun in a flat world? They turn around and we can see an entire parkour course with a chest at the end. So the speedrunner begins the parkour course, fails, then fails again, and again, and again, and again. This was simply just sad to watch. Eventually he finishes the parkour and opens the chest that has overpowered loot inside of it. He takes all the loot, puts on all the netherite armor, and then drops down. Once he drops down, he sees this weird structure. He walks up to it just to find out that it's actually a grave. A grave with a sign that says, Poopy the Slime, 2027 through 2741. Wait, what? Those are literally 2 years that haven't even come yet. But that would also mean that Poopy the Slime is 714 years old. Well, the speedrunner opens the grave and actually finds Poopy the Slime and then kills it. So I guess Poopy the Slime is actually dead now. Behind the grave, we can see some very hidden obsidian that the speedrunner uncovers to find another portal. And it's of course already lit. The speedrunner enters the nether and then starts breaking this very specific block underneath this fire, which uncovers an ender chest. In the ender chest, we have blaze powder and ender pearls, both things needed to enter the end. So the speedrunner grabs the items, goes back to the portal, and into the overworld. Once there, they spawn in a completely random area that's kind of far away from the parkour area. So the speedrunner has to run all the way back. Once back, they go to the parkour and break this very non-specific at all spot, which of course is hiding an ender portal. So he places in the eyes of ender and goes to the end. Once in the end, the speedrunner now somehow has a netherite pickaxe. But if we look at the chest from before, they very clearly never got a netherite pickaxe. So I honestly have no idea where they got this from. Well, they dig out, and everything about the end seems pretty normal, other than the fact that it randomly cuts, and now the ender dragon is half health. So the speedrunner just starts hitting the dragon over and over again until it finally dies. I would say everything about this speedrun was honestly pretty real. This speedrun starts with the speedrunner killing a zombie. He then throws a splash potion of poison on this enderman, which actually ends up killing it. Oh wait, wrong footage. This speedrunner has a very pretty spawn on a path to a village. So he goes down the path and enters the closest house. And inside the house is a chest. And in the chest is surprisingly some pretty normal loot. So the speedrunner takes the loot and turns around just to find a giant wither. What the heck is that? He starts charging towards the wither, but the wither turns around and starts attacking him. So he puts on his leather armor, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't think leather armor is saving you from a ginormous wither, and begins to run away. But the wither is super fast and keeps on shooting at him. So the speedrunner tries to hide inside of a house. Once the speedrunner peeks his head out of the house, he sees an innocent villager get killed. But as Once the speedrunner was distracted on the villager, the wither hits them several times, which ends up killing them. I honestly don't even know how that was a speedrun. The speedrunner starts close to a village, but the speedrunner is looking down at the ground and they have 1 XP. Both things that mean that the speedrun could be fake. The speedrunner makes her way to the village and begins mining the tree in the middle. But as they begin mining it, they suddenly find a chest, and inside the chest is a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 5, which seems pretty legit to me. They take the pickaxe and then begin to steal some carrots from the villagers. They then suddenly start digging straight down 4 blocks and find diamonds? I don't think diamonds spawn 4 blocks deep into the ground, but maybe they're just really lucky. They mined all the diamonds and it was actually an 18 vein of diamonds, which has a negative 6.9% chance of spawning. The speedrunner builds out of the hole and begins to walk around. What the heck is that? They find a hay bale house with 2 chests inside of it. They open the chest and find tons and tons of hay bales. Honestly, what was I expecting to be inside the chest? They take the hay bales and then they randomly decide to break this wall and find another portal, but it's not lit. So the speedrunner looks at this wall and types inside chat saying that they will be right back. And now they have flint and steel. They light the portal and enter the nether. Once in the nether, they find a pen full of pigs. So they begin killing the pigs, which I guess drop him a stack of ender eyes, because everyone knows pigs drop ender eyes. And then the speedrunner leaves the nether. Once they're back in the overworld, they look around the village, but then spot a specific house that has quartz stairs, which is very, very real. So they enter the house and turns out there's an ender portal inside the house. They place in the eyes of ender and enter the end. Once in the end, they dig out and begin to climb a pillar, but then the ender dragon comes in to attack them, so they do an insane hay bale clutch. They then begin attacking the ender dragon, even though they broke 0 end crystals, which means that this speedrunner is probably a noob. They then randomly die by an enderman, which is honestly just embarrassing. This speedrunner starts right in front of a village, but every other speedrunner in the situation would go straight to the village. But instead, this speedrunner decides to dig straight down and they find buried treasure. And of course, the buried treasure has to have some diamonds. They take all the treasure, build back up, and go to the village. They start going to the blacksmith. Wait, what? Is that pink glass? Maybe I'm just colorblind. They break the very normal glass to open the chest and find some pretty normal loot, like a diamond chest plate, diamond pants, diamond boots, diamond helmet, and a diamond sword. All items that naturally spawn inside of a blacksmith. He puts on the armor and begins collecting dirt. Wait, what? Maybe this speedrunner just really likes some dirt, because they start collecting a lot of it. Well, they begin to build the nether portal until they finally finish it. Wait, why is it made out of dirt? They throw their heart of the seas into the dirt portal and jump through, and now they're in the nether? And is that a diamond house? I'm so confused. They walk up to the diamond house and find a sign that says Herobrine's house, and I think they misspelt house. To be fair though, it's a pretty hard word to spell. They try to walk through the door but actually throw their sword. Yeah, this speedrunner is definitely a noob. They open the door and find a chest. Not only that, it looks like they tried to build the floor out of diamonds but just gave up. They open the chest and find tons of eyes of ender. They exit the house and throw their heart of the seas back through the portal, and now they're back in the overworld. They then find some very odd dirt blocks placed up against this mountain, so they break the blocks and find something at the end of the hallway. They make their way closer and now they're in the end. What the heck is this speedrun? But once they make it to the middle of the end, they find a sign that says kill dragon for you, Herobrine. Wow, how nice of Herobrine to kill the dragon for the speedrunner. And that's how the speedrunner just wins. Thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers in literally only 3 months with like 14 videos uploaded. It's honestly crazy and I can't wait to see what we do next year. Thank you guys so much. Also click on this video.